sa Tamayo, and the book is from Adarna. So kids, ayan. So kids, ready na tayo malaman ng story ng Go? At kung sino nandito? Okay. Okay, let's go. So first, this is Jack. Sino yun?
Si Jack!
Okay, Jack. He comes from the city, and for the first time in his life, he's spending the summer with his cousin Bong at their farm in the province. Yun. Yan. So kids, si Jack ay pumunta sa kanyang pinsan.
Pumunta si Jack sa pinsan.
Yes, sa probinsya. Galing siya sa city. Taga saan ka ba? Ikaw, baby boy. Taga saan ka?
Taga?
Mowa.
Social. Taga Mowa. Yan, so si Jack comes from the city, tapos pumunta siya sa bahay nung pinsan niya, si Bong, para magbakasyon. Tapos, sabi dito, the clock had just struck noon, and it was time for the boys to have their lunch. And they ran inside with Auntie Grace called. Yan, kakain na daw sila. Okay. Kakain na sila ng lunch. Yun na. So, Bong dug eagerly into his mother's beef stew. But Jack didn't seem hungry at all. So, si Bong daw, gustong-gusto nung kainin yung niluto ng nanay niya. Kung beef stew yan, kaldereta yan. Sino kumakain ng kaldereta?
Ako!
Ayan, kaldereta. Pero si Jack, parang ayaw ni Jack. Ba't kaya? He barely touched any of his vegetables. He barely ate any of his beef and left his potatoes untouched.
Bakit kaya,
Yun na,
no?
bakit kaya hindi na
ayaw
kinain
ni
yung
Jack
patatas?
Ayaw ni Jack kumain ng vegetables, ng patatas. Kayo ba kumakain kayo ng patatas?
Very good.
Pakinggan natin si Kuya Alden, ha?
Kumakain ng gulay.
Story.
Ito yung dahilan kung bakit ayaw kumain ni Jack.
Yun.
Well, no wonder he wasn't hungry. He had spent the whole morning eating chips and candy, sucked on half a dozen lollipops, ate 2 big chocolate bars, had a whole bag each of pretzels and cookies shaped like stars. Patay. He had filled his stomach with all kinds of treats. Now that it was time to eat for real, he had no room left for a proper meal. Nako, junk food!
Bakit nga ba? Bakit sa tingin nyo hindi kumain si Jack nung
Kaldereta.
Kasi mahilig siya sa... Oo, tama pala.
Very good, nakikinig. Anong name mo? What's your name, baby boy? Xavier. Very good, Xavier. Ayan. Yan, mamaya bibigyan natin yung prize na makakasagot dun sa tanong. Kaya kids, listen kayo.
Nakikinig kay Kuya Alden, ha?
Yes. Meron ba tayo? Meron. Hindi ready. Next! Ito. That Jack didn't eat well was easy to see. Tama ba? Hindi ba ako nag-skip? Yeah. Correct. He looked like he was always tired and was pale as pale could be. And if he moved so slowly. Jack needed other nutrients for him to get up and go. So dahil kumain siya ng junk foods, parang ang bigat-bigat daw ng pakiramdam niya.
Wala siyang energy.
Hindi niya kinain yung tamang pagkain, kaya nanghihina siya. So si Bong, yung pinsan niya, challenged him to a friendly game of soccer. Even if soccer was not his favorite thing, he couldn't say no. Patay. So niyaya pang maglaro ng sports. Sino naglalaro ng sports dito? Anong favorite sports niyo? Soccer ka? No? Social. Ako hindi ako nakapag-soccer ng bata ko. Patay. Ayan. So to play a game of soccer was the last thing on his mind. So in short, ayaw ni Jack. Next. Yan na. Naglaro sila. O, ano nangyari kay Jack? Patay. So Jack could hardly kick the ball. He could hardly even run. To run and kick at the same time, well, that was easier said than done. Yun na. Nanghina na si Jack totally kasi hindi kumain.
Bakit nga ba nanghina si Jack?
Kasi? Yes!
Dahil wala siyang nutrients sa katawan. Kayo ba, pag umaga ba, before you go to school, do you eat vegetables? Do you eat healthy foods? Very good!
Very good. Para may energy kayo.
Para may energy.
Okay. So, 10 minutes and poor Jack was ready to drop. Just 10 minutes later, the game came to a stop. Poor Jack! He just wasn't used to playing outdoors. He did things differently at home, you see. He sat inside and watched TV. Wala na. Nanghina na talaga si Jack. Ano ba yan? So the next day, Jack watched Bong enjoying his food. Chew, chomp, nibble. Chew, chomp, nibble. Chew, chomp, munch. Watching him eat wasn't any fun. Can we watch television when you're done? Sabi niya. Oh, gusto mo manood ng TV? Gusto mo manood ng TV? Yeah. You can't leave the table until your plate is clean. It's in the rules, Bong said. And when Jack threw a glance at Auntie Grace, he saw her nod her head. You know. So, sino dito ang kapag kumain, inuubos yung pagkain bago maglaro? Sino umuubos lagi ng pagkain?
Very good. Very good.
Dyan. Kasi magagalit si Mami pag hindi niyo inubos yung ulam. Next!
Very good.
Impress ka mamaya sa akin. Promise. So, Jack frowned at his plate and could think of other things he'd rather do. But he picked up his fork and picked up his spoon. If he had to finish all his food, he'd have to do it soon. You? A little bit of vegetables, a little bit of meat, a little bit of rice. Yun. So, kinain na ni Jack yung ulam niya. Kasi nga, papagalitan siya ng nanay ni Bo. Kasi nga, hindi pwedeng tumayo hanggat hindi tapos yung plato, no? Hindi pwede. Bad yun. Ayaw ni Mami yun. So, but he still left his potatoes untouched. Ayan na. Ando na tayo dito. Yun, yung patatas. Hindi niya kinakain yung patatas niya. At kaya? Eat your potatoes, said Bong, who watched him with an eagle eye.
Parang nagalit si Bong.
Nagalit si Bong. Nasama ng tingin. Ganyan, no?
Nagalit
Kasi
si
hindi
Bong.
kinakain yung patatas.
Kasi hindi daw, no, Kuya Alden?
Hindi daw.
Hindi daw kumakain si Jack ng patatas. Kayo ba kumakain kayo ng patatas?
Sinong favorite dito ang McDonald's French fries?
Yeah!
Ayan, kami ko na kanina yan. Yun ang aking lunch. Next! Jack spared the potato with the end of his fork. He turned it around and stuck out his tongue. He was sure he'd dislike it all the more. But the truth was, he'd never tasted it before. One bite, and he was sure he was going to die. He sighed. What? Died agad. Kumain lang ng gulay. Or maybe not. You never know until you try. Yan. So, andito na tayo sa part na si Jack, susubukan na niyang tikman yung patatas.
Sabay-sabay kaya tayo, no, Kuya Alden?
Yes.
Sabay-sabay kaya
So,
tayo.
ito. So, he bit into the potato, closed his eyes, and began to...
Shoo! Everybody!
Everybody!
Paano kayong umaya? Patingin nga! Paano kayong umaya?
chew!
Nguya!
Nguya. Yan. Very good.
Chomp!
Chomp
And nibble!
and nibble.
Pero parang, Kuya Alden, hindi pa rin masaya si Jack, no?
Parang hindi pa rin siya masaya. Nakita niyo naman.
Hindi pa rin masaya si Jack.
Naduling-duling siya ng salasa ng patatas. Pero pinilit pa rin niyang kainin.
Pilit pa rin.
Munch, chomp, and chew. Yan. Tapos, kita niyo, parang unti-unti, si Jack, parang nagugustuhan niya yung patatas.
Nagugustuhan na
Yun,
ni
no?
Jack yung patatas. Gusto niyo ba na gusto ni Jack yung patatas? Very good!
Very good. Next, the taste of the potato was entirely new. A little bit mushy, a little bit mild, a little bit starchy, a little bit soft. Chew, chomp, nibble. Chew, chomp, munch. And Jack made the fine discovery that afternoon at lunch. Potatoes weren't bad at all.
Nagustuhan na ba ni Jack?
Very good.
Palakpakan naman natin si
Palakpakan
Jack.
natin si Jack. Napakahusay na bata. Kaya na kulay.
Jack na yung potatoes, and that's what we want, di ba? We want Jack to eat the potatoes.
We want Jack to eat the potatoes, di ba?
Kasi ang potatoes merong
Nutrients. Very good, sige. 2 points ka na.
2 points ka na.
2 points ka na. What a good thing it was that he gave potatoes a try. They're packed with carbohydrates and other nutrients too. To try to go without them is something you can't do. They give you all the energy to get you through the day. Jack was sure that the potatoes would taste even better with vegetables and meat. So yun na. So nung nakain niya yung patatas, parang gusto na niyang tikman na may kasama ng iba. Very good, very good. Ayan na. Ito na siya, oh. When their plate was clean, or were as clean as they could be, Auntie Grace shooed them outside to play. In her house, kids were not allowed to sit inside all day. You know, Jack and Bong buzzed away like bees. They ran across the field and climbed up trees. They played hide and seek in the bushes, searched here and there for bugs. They chased the chicken in the yard, and they tried to catch the pigs. Now that Jack had a healthy meal, nothing could go wrong. Good old Jack could now keep up with lively cousin Bong.
Wow!
Wow.
Jack, no? May energy.
Si Jack may energy na siya. So nakita niyo dito, kanina nung hindi niya ginagalaw yung pagkain niya, nung kumain lang siya ng junk foods, ayan si Jack.
Parang natutumba na
Si Jack natumba.
Kasi wala siyang nutrients.
Walang
no, Kuya
nutrients, yes. Pero nung kinain niya yung potatoes niya, ayan, ano daw, number one. Ay, sige, excuse me. Ayan, alive na si Jack. So very good. Ibig sabihin, pag kumain ng gulay and if you eat properly,
pwedeng makipaglaro ng masigla, ng
and
strong,
happy.
and happy.
Ayan na, umakyat na sila ng puno para sila makauod. Auntie Grace made sure that Jack and Bong always had good things to eat. Jack ate fewer snacks and cut down on the sweets. Ayan, kita niyo naman, si Jack, bata pa lang, nag-diet na. Little by little, he learned to enjoy spending more of his time outside. And by the end of summer, he seemed quite a different boy from when he first arrived. He was neither pale nor sluggish, and he certainly wasn't slow. Yan na. Malapit na tayo.
Malakas na si Jack.
Malakas na si Jack.
Yes.
On Jack's last day at his cousin's farm, Bong got out the ball. This time around, Jack wasn't afraid of a soccer match at all. How fast he ran, how well he kicked and dodged from left to right. He got that ball away from Bong and ran with all his might. Ay, yeah, welcome! Good morning! Baby girl. Okay, very good. Go! Jack flew across the field so fast, he was almost like a blur. Go! Jack leaped nimbly over every mound, rock, and hole. Go! Jack, with one last burst of speed, kicked the ball into the goal.
Yes!
Wow! Very good! Palakpakan si Jack! Dali! Palakpakan si Jack!
Si Jack.
Very good, very good.
Jack is now a strong guy.
Yes,
diba?
malakas na siya
Sino
kasi
dito laging gustong maging malakas sa school?
Yan.
Because you know what, Kuya Alden, di ba? If they eat vegetables, it will make you smart. It will also help you to be good in your school. Am I
Yes.
right, Kuya Alden?
Tama. Para maging attentive kayo kay teacher palagi, no?
Po.
Okay, para mataas ang grades, no?
Yan.
Okay.
Sige nga, let's try.
Alright, question. Which of these food items will give Jack and Bong the energy and nutrients they need to play outside? So, ituturo ni Kuya Alden, tapos sasabihin ng kids kung yes, kung yun yung kailangan ni Jack para maging malakas, at no, kapag junk food, kapag hindi nakakatulong kay Jack, okay? So, eto, candy. No. Very good. Potatoes. Yes. Lollipop.
No.
Biscuit.
No.
No. Pretzel.
No.
No. Beef stew.
Yeah.
Oh, caldereta. Very good, kids. So yan. The end. Alright.
Yeah.